This Jet's life. This Jet's life. This Jet's life. This Jet's life. You know, this Jet's life. This Jet's life. This Jet's life. This Jet's life. Okay. This right here. This Jet's life. Okay. This Jet's life. This Jet's life. Come here. Let me tell you. Listen to me. This Jet's life. This Jet's life. This Jet's life. This Jet's life. I am studiomogura. Studio MOGURA. Hit me up at the PayPal, hit me up at the Cashapp. All donations go toward the making of my independent film, my independent animated pilot, all my books, everything just sustaining me, keeping me alive in this cookie thing we call life. Purchased my first novel, Full Moon Nights, available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble for the hardcover. Chronicle of the Miami rave scene in the early 2000s. Also look out for my next novel, my second novel coming out October 31st on Amazon, Hell in Heels. The story of a man helping another man being absolutely destroyed by women in high heels who ride speed bikes and kick ass. So check that out. Paperback out October 31st on Amazon. You can pre-order the Kindle now. Highly recommend you do that. Mature audiences only, especially on the second book. On the first book, definitely. Second book, for sure. There are trigger warnings for the second book, so look out for that. Also, check out my comic shop, octotaco.com. And it hasn't been updated in a bit. I've just been a little bit out of it, dude. I just been, the book took out a lot of me, and I'm still editing it, trying to get it ready. I have to get it done by this weekend. So I'm just focused on that. But the comic shop is still there, so check that out. Check out my TeePublic shop, where I put my original designs. I got a couple new ones coming out soon. I put up the Rogue and Wolverine design, and they promptly took it down. Thank you, Disney, you fucking assholes. Check out my El Topo playlist with all my music dating back from 1999 up until this past year, 2023, with my latest release, The Reflection Blinds You from Seeing the Truth. Check that out, please. And then also check out my Streamlabs shop, where you can find some more Studio Mogura apparel, along with some great women's apparel. Okay, so check that out. And that's it. What's going on? Anything going on? I'm here in Florida, so I'm dealing with the hurricane shit. I'm in Miami, thankfully, so I'm not going to deal it exactly. But my sister's in Orlando, so she's going to get, whacked with that right away. She's like literally in the path. As well as my friend from college. She's in Central Florida as well, so she's going to get hit with it too. So I'm just really worried about that, and kind of been focusing on that, and then watching the games, as I go by. I'm not going to apologize, but for not doing a fucking game. A podcast for the last game. I told you at the beginning of this Jets life is not a full season show. This Jets life survives on the Jets. So if the Jets aren't doing good, we ain't doing this Jets life. I'm not gonna do it. That's how it is. That's how this show works. That's how it's not that like, oh, you're doing it wrong, you need to like do more shows if you want a bigger audience. No, you don't understand. That's how this show works. This show lives and dies with the Jets. The Jets ain't fucking pulling their weight. I ain't pulling my weight, man. It's too much stress, bro. It's too much bringing me down. It ruins your entire fucking week, man. These motherfuckers ruin your entire fucking week, bro. I'm not gonna have that anymore. At the same time, I can smell the fall not coming because it's fucking Florida. But at the same time, I know it's there. And I know that heat season's coming all around. And I got to get ready for Heat Cultura because I will give that. Even if the Heat lose, every game. We're doing Heat Cultura. 80 fucking episodes of Heat Cultura this year. We're going every fucking game. I don't give a shit, man. We're doing it this year with Heat Cultura. This is our fucking 4th season with Heat Cultura. 2nd with the hernia. You better believe I'm going to bring it with that. And I don't have time to bring it with, Heat Cultura for 80 fucking games at the same time fucking doing fucking This Jets Life while they fucking suck ass. No. No, 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 no. Ain't happening. Do you hear that? Do you hear that train passing by? That's This Jets Life. Like a hobo hopping on one of those carts. Wait for me. Come on, Cletus, you can make it. Hold on. I can't. I'm not fast enough. Jump, Cletus. Cletus jumps and he gets trampled by the train and cut in half. And they just gotta watch because they can't say anything. Because if they do, then, they get kicked off the train and they need to stay on that train so they can get out of Florida. Away from this hurricane. Life of a hobo. That is This Jets Life. We are the hobos and the homeless of the NFL. We share a stadium. It's not a stadium for ourselves. It's a homeless shelter practically. An NFL homeless shelter. We are no ones. We have no identity. We don't know who we are. We are a team that embodies, the one of the greatest inventions ever known to mankind. The airplane. But more so, it's a level of the airplane that is just like, whoa, this is the kind of airplane you don't fuck with. The jet, because it's like fast and it goes, and the thing about the jet is you can attach like rockets to it and just Top Gun, Maverick, Tom Cruise. That's the jet. And we are an organization that doesn't have that shit on our fucking logo. We have like a silhouette of a weird triangle. Like they would put a fucking 747 to represent this jet rather than an F-15 who is fucking undefeated in combat. Like, there are just little things like that. Little things that are just like, what? Oh, you know why we're not better? Because we just, we're stuck. We're stuck still in the past. We're still being ran by like old people. Like, this is not a team that wants to like move forward. This is a team that can't let go of fucking Joe Namath and that whole time and like, can't let go of that shit and move on. Exactly. Music wants to come in. Just wants to wail at you with the opera, that's the tragedy of the Jets, of This Jets Life. This Jets Life is a fucking Mozart tragedy fucking opera that he wrote like after fucking watching this shit like on a Sunday. He wrote that shit after fucking that Testaverde goes down with the Achilles. What do you want me to do? Get into the fucking Robert Saleh shit already? I don't have to, man, because we can just, it's being covered by everybody, and we'll get into it. We'll get into it naturally. When it comes, and then you get it. Okay? That's how we do it here. That's how we do it here. We you can go somewhere else and you get your little reactionary thing, and we're watching the game thing, and we're gonna interview thing. No. This is not your world. This is my Jets life. This Jets life. It's this Jets life. Because I am a Jet for life. it's frustrating, not because this happened, right? But because the thing that is kind of destroying this country right now is like the paranoia and conspiracy and the fucking, like, the unfounded claims and the mysteries of, like, oh my god. And it's like these you create these, like, scenarios that don't need to be created, and these problems that don't need to exist, that don't exist, and you create them in your head, and you're like, and then everyone gets fucking, oh my god, now everybody has a fucking anxiety attack. That's what we're dealing with right now as a country. And it's just frustrating because it's almost as if, like, that element has polluted this fan base now. Because, this guy comes in here and he shows that he's one of the fucking, like, 200 people in a fucking room that just happens to, like, think a certain way that is, like, fucking stupid. In a room of 100 fucking people, one guy is gonna say some fucking stupid shit. And it's just disappointing to us that it turns out to be Aaron Rodgers. Well, disappointing to fucking people with a common sense. How about that? And it's just frustrating because, like, this guy kind of, like, fed that a little bit of the whole conspiracy shit with, his associations with the fucking worm guy with worm brain. And, his associations just being around, putting himself around that element and all that shit. And just opening his fucking mouth in New York, basically. And then going to fucking Egypt and all this shit and just making it a bigger deal. And it's like, the problem is like, these motherfuckers got nothing else to talk about. They got nothing else to talk about, bro. So when you pull this shit, like, they're gonna blow it up. You knew that, like, and that's what's one thing that's frustrating about, like, New York media is that, like, they're a reflection now of, like, this person that, like, pushed this fucking joke forward, thought it would be funny, knows that they're fucking just kidding and lying, but then when they get called out on their bullshit, they don't like it and they get pissed off, and instead of fucking just saying, oh, yeah, you're right, I was just fucking around and apologizing and taking responsibility, they double down on their bullshit. And they're like, no, for real, the aliens are fucking, lizard people taking over everybody. I saw it. And they double down on their shit. And it's like, bro, just please, just take the fucking embarrassment that you will feel for 5 fucking minutes about being wrong about something, and then just move on to the next thing in your life, dude, and you're gonna be okay. And then these people just don't want to feel that. They don't want to feel that. And it's like, I get the sense, like, that is, like, polluted the New York media, it's polluted the New York fan base, it's polluted now it's obviously polluted the fucking goddamn owner, who you already know is fucking, he's a fucking ambassador for the United States to fucking England and shit, thanks to fucking orange fucking tanga. Like, it's just frustrating, man, because you look around and you ask, where the fuck is common sense? Where the fuck did common sense go? Where the fuck are you, bro? Like, did you leave us because you knew we were fucking this stupid and you just couldn't handle it with anymore? Where did common sense go? And then it's like, everyone is throwing out their shit, their own fucking version now, It's like, before, there were only, like, 3 genres of fucking music. And now there's, like, a million genres of fucking music because everybody has access to the fucking. They can make their own music, and people are just they're throwing in all their ideas. I mean, I'm throwing in my ideas out here. I don't want to say that that's bad. I thoroughly enjoy that, but then it creates like it's just disappointing because there's not like doesn't seem to be a lot of common sense on this. Doesn't seem to be any common sense whatsoever. This is like totally reactionary. And this team has never done good when it's reactionary. You'll tell me that this is the first time Woody Johnson's done this in his tenure. And I'm like, that's not true. Because he fired Rex Ryan. And we knew that before it happened. We knew that when they brought in the Icus guy, I forget the general manager that they had that drafted Gino and created the rift between Gino and fucking Mark Sanchez. And the rift, between him and fucking Rex Ryan. And then there was that whole like, well, I gotta one up you and I gotta make a move because if I don't make the move and if that doesn't fucking succeed, then I'm fucked. And then he ends up putting fucking, Sanchez in the game in I think a preseason game and getting him hurt. And it's like there's no common sense. There's just no calmness. There's nothing. There's no sense of like that anybody knows what the fuck they're doing. Like, and nobody knows. Nobody's ever known. Dating back to Alpinga with this fucking guy. Dating back to Mangini. Dating back to Pete Carroll. I'm not gonna. Why am I gonna go back further? Fucking Kotai and go all these motherfuckers. I'm not gonna go by that far. Fuck those guys. I mean, this is a team that brought in Al Groh after firing fucking Pete Carroll. Al Groh comes in here and actually has one of the best seasons you've ever had. And they fire him immediately. And I remember them. I don't think they went to Herm Edwards immediately after that. I think they fired him, brought in some fucking asshole that fucking shot the bed, and then they went to fucking Herm Edwards. It's just shocking that you do this and you don't really have a fucking clue of what you're doing. You're just doing it to shake things up. And it's like, my God, that is such a fucking boomer thing to do. Like, that's how boomers think. They're like, well, we're going to fire somebody. We're going to fucking shake it up. And then they do it, but then they fire the fucking wrong person. Look, man. I'm a little bit confused right now because I want to say, like many of you, and like I've been saying fucking for a while now, that this should have been Hackett's head in the fucking guillotine. On a fucking spike outside of MetLife Stadium. Not for realsies, but more for Game of Thronesies. It should have been him. There's definitely a bigger fucking agreement in that, I think. And I'm just a little biffed because if you watch Dan Le Batard, you saw Diana Rossini was on the fucking show as the news broke. And she was like, she had to leave. They didn't start the interview, and she had to get up and leave and answer the phone, and she's texting, and everyone in the Le Batard show was like laughing and shit because it's kind of funny that all this shit breaks, and she's like literally the Jets fucking reporter. And she didn't fucking see this coming. And then she has this moment where like she's like, Stu God says it should have been hacking, and it was hacking on, and she's like, oh God, no, get over that, blah 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 blah. She gets pissed off, and she says that shit in a way that she's like heavily involved in there. She knows that's not, they're not like making that play, and I am in the firm belief as well. This isn't fucking Aaron Rodgers coming in here and saying, hey, you got to fire Saleh. There was never bad blood between Saleh and Rodgers. I am not in that fucking stupid conspiracy fucking camp of fucking people who are like, oh, this is fucking Aaron Rodgers controlling everything from the background and blah, 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 blah. No, he's not. He's just a fucking veteran quarterback, one of the best in the history of the NFL. He is older than most of the people on the fucking staff. He knows more. If Aaron Rodgers came to the Jets and didn't say shit, didn't offer advice, didn't get involved, didn't try to fucking be like, hey, didn't just do anything, he just stood there like a fucking statue and waited for the fucking command from the fucking coaches, you would hate him more than you hate him now. Which, let me tell you, is one of the biggest fucking turns I've ever seen an audience do. I am absolutely shocked at so many of you had the absolute flip-flop you did on Aaron Rodgers. And I understand. I completely get why a lot of you would be like, fuck Aaron Rodgers. Because of the whole vaccination shit, right? Let me tell you something. There's a lot of motherfuckers out there that are still, that are anti-vax that you're fucking still friends with. And you just don't fucking know it yet. There's a lot of motherfuckers that haven't gotten fucking vaccinated or at all, ever. And they fucking said, yeah, I did. And you're just cool with that. There's a lot of you motherfuckers who, got vaccinated, but you also pushed for reopening, which was fucking insane. I am done fucking like worrying about whether these people are want to go fucking take care of themselves with the vaccinations. Like, you should be smart enough. You should know it better. Get your fucking vaccinations. This is fucking science, dude. This is not fucking, magic and shit. I get that. But at the same time, like, I could see Rodgers' personality through the fucking interviews and coverage that we get from him. In no way is this guy like is the portrait that is being like painted by the general public and the fucking a lot of people in the fucking media is kind of insane. And I can't believe that I'm even saying that like Pat McCaffrey is right on this shit. Because he interviews fucking Aaron Rodgers every fucking Tuesday. And we know he doesn't fucking, he's the kind of guy that he doesn't have to fucking like lie or anything like that. He gets more love for being straight up and real. And that's his selling point. And you see Aaron Rodgers on that show. And you know that the people fucking shitting on Aaron Rodgers right now, they're not Jet fans. They have never seen a fucking episode of This Jet's Life, let alone seen an episode of One Jet's Drive. They don't fucking read all the interviews. They stay away from that shit. They just get the one fucking headline that they get a week about Aaron Rodgers doing some shit. And then they make their assumptions off of that. Again, common sense, absolutely gone. Like, people don't fucking give a shit anymore. They just want to give me the fucking great. Like, I don't even know what they're craving. So that's the thing. It's like, give me the, I don't know what you want. You just want anything. You're black holes. Just sucking in the light. Sucking in this Jet's life. There's nothing you can do now. So that's why I've learned not to really like dwell on it too much. It does bother me because, back when I was on Twitter, and the Jets fired the last Todd Bowles, I immediately went to Twitter and I posted the Jets should hire Robert Saleh, because that's when he was doing really good with the 49ers. And I was like, he needs to be the next Jets head coach. And he was. And that made me so happy because I was like, wow, they finally made a move that, like, you know, I was in tune with, and then that's a great coach. And he is a great coach. I think he's done a great job. I understand his record is below 500. What other Jets coach isn't? Do you think that we're going to fucking just find somebody and be the Kansas City Chiefs all of a sudden when we've never been the fucking Kansas City Chiefs all of a sudden? That's never been us. Like, the way that you all expected Aaron Rodgers to come in here and everything fucking change is insane. I knew things would be better. I knew we'd have a chance in games, which is all we need. Before, we didn't even have chances in games. Before, we couldn't even fucking score enough to give the defense time to rest so that we could, you know, keep up in games. But now we were just getting to a point where, oh, okay, Minnesota was a great show of that. How, you know, we could have lost that game and it could have gotten blown out 50-0. And like, no, we were resilient. Defense held its ground, and then eventually the offense started coming back. But we just couldn't finish it off. There were a lot of big-ass drops in that game. A lot of big-ass drops. That was another game where Breece Hall, non-existent. Useless to us. Zero running game. Even the rookie, young guy, didn't get shot. Got like 2 touches. I don't even think got 2. I think he got 1, and that's it. Like, we are actively going out there trying to play Aaron Rodgers like if he is 20 years old. To me, that's not on Saleh, man. That's on all of New York. All of it. Because y'all brought him in here and y'all kind of like fell, I don't know, in this like really weird trance. That you thought that all of a sudden you got Aaron Rodgers as a young guy and everything. Bro, he has the ability. He has the great arm. And he has enough mobility that he can kind of get around. He's still good. But he's 40, bro. Okay, so you need to chill out with that. And you need to defend Aaron Rodgers. And you need to, you know, ensure his survival. Which was what we were supposed to fucking learn literally after the first fucking game last season. Is that okay? We fucked this up. We gotta learn next year. He cannot fucking hit the ground. And look how many times Aaron Rodgers has hit the fucking ground. Is that on Saleh? I guess so, because he never fucking overlooked, you know, he kept overlooking the offensive line and was like, you're not doing your job enough. But is it on Saleh to fucking fire the coaches? Or is that the Douglas guy? Is that the general manager? So I don't know anymore. I don't know who really controls the teams. Like, is it the coaches who call, be like, we got to fire this guy? And it's like, oh no, it's the general manager. I'm not going to fire the offensive coordinator because I'm the one that hired him and I get to decide whether he goes or not. So whose job is it? All I know is that in the Minnesota game, the Jets defense kept us in the game and the Jets offense lost that game. All I know is in Denver, the Jets offense lost that game. All I know is that in San Francisco, the Jets offense lost that game. All I know is that last year, even with Zach Wilson, the number 2 pick in the fucking league, who has the talent and the tools to actually play in this league, and we ruined that kid. We ruined that fucking kid. And we just destroyed him. He will come back somewhere in the league. You see Geno Smith. You see fucking this guy in Minnesota. You see, you know, even when the Todd Boyles or whatever, Todd Boyle, in when he was in Miami, the quarterback in Miami that used to play for us. He had one great drive. You don't think Zach Wilson's gonna do good somewhere else? Okay, cool. Yeah, stick on that. Stay on that. Let's see. Let's see like two years from now when there's fucking when they need fucking quarterbacks, when fucking quarterbacks go down. Let's see at the end of this year. Bo Nix is good, but Bo Nix is good until he fucking gets hit just like Zach Wilson. And at this point, you can't count on Aaron Rodgers anymore to this team. This is like, okay, this Aaron Rodgers thing is going to end this year. So you got to hope that you fucking, wait, you're going to make the fucking Super Bowl this year? 2-3 with, firing the coach and putting in a fucking defensive coordinator as the coach? That's how you're going to do it? We're going to make the fucking Super Bowl now like this? With the New York media in disarray fucking every time the Jets fucking take a shit? With fucking ayahuasca Aaron? Tripping fucking balls in the fuck. If I'm him, I drop some fucking acid in the next game. Fuck it. This is... I'm not ready to put it all on Saleh. He's a good fucking coach. He was good for this team. He got fucked over by every offensive coordinator he ever fucking had. He got fucked over by every fucking, player they brought here to be the quarterback. Could never fucking nail that down. They could never nail down the fucking quarterback. And because they never nail down the quarterback, he goes down. You think they're going to nail it down now? Let me tell you something, okay? Next Monday night, when they face the Buffalo Bills, who also are kind of like on the out, seeking to reestablish their dominance over the AFC East, you better fucking believe that game is going to go over. But not because both teams are scoring mad. It's going to go over because the Buffalo Bills are going to put an ass whipping on the fucking Jets like you've never seen before. You will have never seen this kind of fucking ass whipping on somebody, bro. I mean, they are going to fucking beat our asses. Like, I'm talking about 55-3. I would not be surprised if we get shut out. We probably will get shut out next game. And it will be really fucking bad, and Aaron Rodgers will fucking... They're going to be asking for Aaron Rodgers' head. They're going to be calling for Tyrod Taylor to start. That's how bad it's going to get. Is that they're going to fucking call for Tyrod Taylor to start. The fucking thing that happened with Aaron Rodgers, I mean, with Saleh, though, is that he activated that fucking kid from FSU in the last game as a third stringer. And you all better hope to God somehow the football falls to him. We all better hope, because, that kid's pretty good. And that kid has a shot. But let me tell you something. Like, I don't know if he'll even see the fucking field on the Jets. I doubt it. We've seen how the history of, like, when, okay, the Jets have a good backup, like, but he's a third stringer. The Jets never play that guy. They'll play him only in a fucking emergency. He'll do great, and then they'll fucking go back to their fucking starter like idiots. This team is unbelievably bad. This organization is unbelievably bad. And it's just shocking that, this happens. And it's just like something that you expect, and that's what everyone's saying. Everyone's like, oh, we were not surprised by this. And they say that in a way that, you're supposed to almost be impressed by that shit. And it's like, what the fuck is your problem saying that shit? Are you fucking kidding me? You're not surprised by this shit? What kind of fucking fan are you then? You're just fucking sitting around. Yeah, you know what? They're going to fire the coach tomorrow. Or I'm pretty sure they're going to fire the coach at some point. See, they fired the coach, told you. What? You don't fire the fucking coach now. You don't do that. I mean, he's not bad. You're gonna bring me all the fucking penalties and shit, and you're gonna, the thing that the stats that Pat McAfee show. That's not enough for me to fucking say he's a bad coach. Because even with all that shit, he still competes against these other teams. And every game the defense gets let down. And now this year the defense lets us down at the beginning of the year. Because his ass has got to focus more on the offense. Because, the guy he hired isn't doing his job. Like, the only silver lining in this shit is that this motherfucker didn't go and put Nathaniel Hackett as the coach. Which you knew that, like to me, I'm pretty sure Nathaniel Hackett is, like, the coach, like, more than this guy. This guy was at the press conference and deer in headlights, bro. If he fucking comes out and he comes out and he does a great job and makes everybody eat crow and all stuff like that, fine, all right, do it. But then do it again next week, do it again the whole week to the point where you're fucking in the AFC Championship game against KFC, against KFC, like that, against KFC. They come and they beat fucking Buffalo next week because Josh Allen doesn't fucking play because he gets fucking hit with a concussion protocol bullshit? Fuck you. I'm not taking one win from these motherfuckers anymore, bro. Like, I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and then you better be in the goddamn Super Bowl for me to fucking give a shit. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of going through the run with you guys because you guys don't run. I'll go through the run with the Heat because I've been through that shit with them. I've seen them hoist the fucking trophy. I've seen them get to the end. I'm ready for this next Heat season. Woo, it's gonna be good. I'm ready to fucking start watching the Panthers. And normally I don't watch them during the season. I'll just catch like a serious game if I know that there's a serious game to watch, and then that's it. And if they're in the playoffs, you watch them in the playoffs. I don't have time for this Jet life anymore. I don't. I got too much going on, man. Like, if I'm going to devote time to this Jets life, it's got to be because, this Jets life is good. And this Jets life hasn't been good. When was the last time it was good? When Aaron Rodgers ran out into the field with the fucking American flag? Go fuck yourself. Get fucking shit out of here. Fucking producer gave him that shit. And we all planned, you know what, you're going to run out and we're going to follow you with the thing. Okay, Aaron, just watch out, don't trip on the shit. How long until the Jets mutiny begins? How long until the defense starts feuding with the offense? Because the offense now really can't fucking do shit. I don't think it's going to get better. And I'm just going to keep saying the worst of the worst because then if everything fucking goes well, okay, you know what? Then I feel a lot better about myself. I'll feel better about things if we go in a fucking 4-game, 5-game win streak. Okay, well, I guess, we're all wrong. But this isn't fucking Kamala Harris. This is the fucking New York Jets. Everybody right now is like, well, the Jets finally did the thing that the Jets usually do, which is fucking something stupid. We're just surprised they did it in Game 5. We thought everyone's like, we thought it was going to come Week 13. I'm just, sad because I know that a lot of these guys that Saleh brought over, they're not going to stay around. And they're fucking good players, bro. Like, the Williams brothers are great players. Shit, I just lost the fucking weed. I had it in my hand, and it broke the fuck apart in a way that it, shot out of my hand. There's a fucking little chunk of fucking Sunset Sherbet somewhere. in this room. Is the Sunset Sherbet in this room with us now, Alex? You know, we're going to lose Sauce Gardner. We're going to lose that whole defense. Everybody on defense is going to be gone. There's no way that they're going to want to stick around here. I imagine they'll all want to fucking follow Saleh wherever he goes. I think Saleh should go to fucking Miami and meet and link up with the fucking coach there and do their defense there and just fucking create a monster there. I'm pretty sure all our guys are gonna follow Saleh for wherever he goes. They're not gonna follow this guy. This guy's just a defensive coordinator because you gotta have a defensive fucking coordinator when you're the fucking coach. But the reality is it's Coach Saleh who's the one doing the defense. It's Coach Saleh motivating these guys. It wasn't the offensive coordinators, man. It wasn't the defensive coordinator. It wasn't special teams guy. It was fucking Saleh. That's what he does. This team is gonna fucking fall into absolute disarray. We've seen the Jets do this, bro. They don't come back, bounce back from this, and all of a sudden are great. You're gonna fucking not win a game anymore this season, so you might as well not win a game this season, so that you can fucking get the goddamn number 1 pick, and we can pick up ourselves a goddamn fucking real quarterback. Because we ain't riding with the fucking kid from FSU. That kid is not going to see the fucking field. He's not going to get a shot. He'll get one fucking shot, and because he doesn't put up 5 fucking touchdowns in the goddamn fucking game and Patrick Mahomes that shit, you ain't going to fucking see another fucking game. That is the problem with this fucking organization, dude, and the city, dude, is that you all want the Jets to you all want to wake up one day and see that the Jets scored 55 on somebody and held them to like -5 points. You guys are not willing to go through all the fucking trouble, even with all these years of turmoil. Fucking like 60 years of fucking Jets turmoil. Even with all this shit, you still motherfuckers are not willing to go through all the hell. You're not willing. You expect. Look, you're like, we went through 60 years of having a bad team. Why do we have to fucking wait any longer? No, dude, that's how you build a roster, man. That's how you build a team. That's how you build like a cohesive unit, man, where everyone gets along, man. You don't imagine they would have fired fucking Spo like 3 years in the fucking thing? Come on. Or they would have fired Spo like fucking 10 games in? We've seen people from the Jets go somewhere else and succeed. So you know what? You know you're going to see Saleh succeed somewhere else. This whole thing, you know, because New York and media has made it about Aaron Rodgers and has made this the Aaron Rodgers show, and they all got enamored because he's into psychedelics, and everyone's, oh my God, in the dark room, and oh my God, he went to Egypt, and oh my God, he fucking is like, he's traveling like a normal person, how dare he, oh my God, this, and oh my God, that, and oh my God, he didn't fucking go to fucking to preseason because, you know, he's a 40-year-old fucking guy that's trying to fucking survive and literally just got off an Achilles injury that nearly ended his career. Oh, no, he's not doing enough. He's going through preseason right now, man. That motherfucker, like you fucking people are so fucking stupid, dude. Like, Aaron Rodgers is in the middle of preseason right now. Of course he's gonna fucking throw picks. He didn't fucking play a goddamn game in preseason, man. And then you're going to complain, oh, well, he should have played a game in preseason. No, we couldn't have him play a fucking game in preseason because we couldn't risk him getting fucking injured. Dude, whatever, the changes they made to the fucking offensive line have totally disrupted this team. They might as well have not have made any changes. Because the changes that they made ultimately are hurting us. Breece Hall, his career's done here as a Jet. He's done as a Jet. He's done as a Jet. Breece Hall is done as a Jet. Done. You will not see Breece Hall here again. If Breece Hall somehow survives this season, you will not see him here again. He will be gone. The first moment that Breece Hall can get the fuck out of here, you better believe Breece Hall is going to get the fuck out of here. Because Brees Hall already knows he's one of the best, if he's top 3 in the fucking league running back. He is a top 3 fucking running back. He's still got a bunch in the fucking tank. He just needs a fucking place that's gonna properly block for him. Because here, we don't know what the fuck that is. Like, to me, it is unbelievable how dating back to the very early fucking goddamn, like, dating all the way back to Testaverde, man. Even before that, to fucking Kenny O'Brien and shit. Like, the way that this organization just refuses to fucking... Why do we even hire offensive line people? Why don't we just put the fucking quarterback and the skilled people out there just like that? Like, and play the game I used to play it fucking, you know, when you were a kid with fucking 10 Mississippis. Why don't we fucking do that? Like, what the fucking hell, man? Why can we not get an offensive line? Even when we had Mawai, we had fucking, you know... We had D-Brick, we had Mangold. Those were guys who were like solid offensive line guys, man. And we're not doing that. There's nobody on this line does that. No. Nobody on this line needs to stay. If you're going to fire anybody, should have fired people on the offensive line for letting fucking Aaron Rodgers get killed. Fucking hurting his knee. Did you see Aaron Rodgers scream out in fucking agony? He screamed out in bloody fucking death. And you're like, I fucking hate Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers. Oh my God. Like, use your fucking brains with this Aaron Rodgers shit, man. The man is not trying to fucking do a corporate takeover. He literally just came to play football in New York. And New York is just so... they just want to sensationalize everything. Everything is a drama in New York. Everything has to be turned into the big... New York has to be we gotta be the center of attention. I'm New York. That's what's going on. The New York media is desperate for some kind of just crazy fucking story that they can run. They want to find out that Aaron Rodgers has been, you know, fucking selling crack and smoking it before the fucking game. They're desperate for something like that. Like, the New York media does not want positivity. They want negativity out of the Jets. They want turmoil out of the Jets. They sell more papers creating people fucking who are angry, who hate the fucking world, who hate the fucking Jets, who complain, why is this, woe is this, all of that. They sell more off of that than fucking making people just feel a little bit better about themselves. The two most prominent fucking news outlets and papers in the fucking New York area are New York Times and the New York Post, two of which are basically one and the same, equivalent to the National fucking Enquirer. That's how far the New York Times has fallen. New York Times is just it's just like they give you one little liberal piece so that you can't fucking say, oh, they're completely fucking from the right, but then they give you like 100 pro fucking far right. Like, here, meet Sam. He's a fucking Nazi. Look, he's not so bad. And then you have New York Post who just outside. They don't give a fuck. They don't go. They're the biggest assholes of them all. So they'll say whatever the fuck they want about you. They don't even say. They don't decide. They don't need to have a source. They don't give a shit. Yeah, we got a source. We don't have to tell you. That is that. And then you have Mike Francesa, who was fucking opening his mouth, fucking saying that Woody Johnson would never fire fucking Saleh. He doesn't have the guts. And you know Woody Johnson listens to that guy. You know it. Two old farts listening to each other. That you know it. And he didn't like that, and that's why this happened. So that's New York media influencing shit. It's just like funny, man, to see a lot of the fucking media people be like, this needed to happen. But then it needed to happen with no fucking plan to fix it? With nothing to fall back on? Are you fucking insane? If it needed to happen, it should have happened at the end of the season, not like fucking now. You don't fire the head coach now. You fire the fucking offensive coordinator. You fire the fucking quarterback coach. You fire the running back coach. You fire the offensive line coach. But you don't even fire him, man. You bring in some guy first, and then you fire the fucking guy. You don't fucking pull this move if you have no... Bro, if they weren't planning to go get John Gruden from fucking his YouTube show and hand them the fucking New York Jets, you don't do this. And let me tell you, I was shocked to hear fucking Le Batard and everybody on Le Batard, conscientiously, everybody agree that John Gruden would not get another fucking job in the NFL. And I'm like, you're fucking crazy. You watch that fucking show on YouTube and it's getting fucking more popular every fucking day, and you hear him on that show, you know all the players are watching him on that show. You know the players tune in to John Gruden's show just to get fucking tidbits on the fucking on the game they're gonna play. You better believe that there's some motherfuckers out there talking about maybe we can get Gruden. It's crazy to think that you think that John Gruden will not have a fucking job in the league in the next like 2 years. Maybe not this season, but you know what? Next season, for sure. Because by the end of this season, his show is gonna be super fucking popular. So if you don't grab him fucking now, at the end of the season, he's not incentivized to go back into the league and stress the fuck out over everything. Because he's going to find out, oh shit, I can make $25 million off of fucking YouTube. I can make all my money just in sponsorships and just doing my little YouTube show and then selling fucking, getting sponsored by fucking bets online, getting sponsored by Bovada, getting sponsored by every fucking gambling fucking person out there. When he realizes he can do that and he gets sponsored, liquor sponsors, gets everything. Oh. What the fuck is he going to want to go back? Give himself a fucking heart attack. Coaching in fucking this Jets life. With New York media. Down his fucking throat for every little thing. Like waiting for him to fuck up. It's pathetic, man. I've seen this New York media since I was a kid. Nothing has changed about it. In fact, it's gotten worse. I don't know what is going to happen with this Jets life. I know this Jets life is done. It'll take a fucking miracle game for me to come back. Okay? It'll take some kind of, like UM kind of win for me to come back and do another Jets live. I'm just telling you right now. It's a reality because you yourself are not going to be watching the Jets anymore. You're going to watch that Monday night game? You're going to watch that Monday night game for 5 minutes and then promptly turn that shit off when we fucking give up 2 fucking pick sixes. Yeah, I'm not watching. I'm not going to put myself through that. I'd rather fucking go watch a fucking horror movie or some other bullshit and then find out, that the Jets won, they came back and all. It was an incredible game, and then I can just watch it on the stream. But I'm not going to fucking put myself through that torture. The torture of the expectation that, you're, okay, you know what? We're going to watch this game and watch. They're going to do good. And they go out there and just get fucking obliterated, bro, because that's what happens every single fucking time, bro. They go out there and they're gonna get obliterated. It's not gonna be any different this time. I'm not being cynical. I'm being realistic. I'm being realistic with this team. There's no more cynicism in this team. You don't have to be a cynic. You're already a Jets fan. You're already torturing yourself. This team has tormented you for how long? Longer than you've been born. Because you're not a Jets fan because you fucking, you wake up one morning and you like the fucking Jets, or you know what, you like the color scheme and shit. No, fuck you. You're a Jets fan because your dad was a Jets fan. You're a Jets fan because your mom was a Jets fan. Your brother was a Jets fan. Your fucking uncle was a Jets fan. Your grandfather was a Jets fan. This is in the blood. This is in your DNA. You are born a fucking Jets fan. This is your Jets life. You know how it is. If it was gonna be different, it would have already been different. We would have beat San Francisco. We would have beat fucking stupid ass fucking Denver. We would have beat this fucking stupid ass Minnesota team that's not that good either. They just have fucking Jefferson. And we let that fucking guy, whatever, I keep wanting to say Sam Bradford. Because it's the same fucking person as Sam Bradford. It's basically Sam Bradford. And when I say Sam Bradford, you know what I'm thinking about? I'm thinking about fucking the Vikings Johnson. Brad Johnson. That's who I'm fucking thinking about. Not Sam Bradford. Que una mierda de pinga. Que Sam Bradford was like one of the fucking worst quarterbacks ever. I don't even know. They're all the same to me. But that's basically who was quarterbacking the fucking goddamn the Vikings. I don't fucking, and he was literally a Jets quarterback. And I know I said his name at the beginning of the show, and I already forgot it. I forgot it already. I forgot it. And I don't fucking care anymore. Now that I remembered it, I don't care anymore. That's how bad it was. That's who was quarterbacking the fucking goddamn Minnesota. Is that you confused him with Sam Bradford and Brad Johnson, and you forgot his fucking name, even though you fucking said his name literally fucking 20 minutes ago, and to the point where when you finally remember his name, you don't give a shit. That's who was fucking quarterbacking Minnesota. They have that guy, and then they have fucking Jefferson. That's it. That defense ain't good because we were moving on that defense. Our shitty ass fucking offense was moving on that defense. If we had some kind of creativity, if we had some kind of like some kind of like love for the goddamn offensive game, if we had some kind of like confidence in the offensive game, if we had some kind of like just belief in it, man, like we would be tearing it up. But there's like nothing. There is nothing. We are an elementary team playing against a varsity fucking college team. We are like little giants going against fucking Lawrence Taylor and the fucking Giants like that won that Super Bowl that year. That's what's going on. That episode of South Park where like the fucking professional fucking Red Wings go against like the little Pee Wee hockey league and they fucking beat the shit out of the little kids. That's who we are. That is this Jets life. This guy's got me talking fucking madness now. I don't know, man. You'll definitely look out for Hicultura, which is coming soon. And that's going to be a lot more fun and a lot more positive. Even with the fucking losses, man. Even with the losses, Hicultura is going to be fun this year. But this Just Life, I can't. I'm not going to put myself through this. I'm telling you, it's going to take like a 5-game winning streak. You know, us blowing motherfuckers out. Doing some crazy ass fucking shit. If we win against Buffalo by 3, I'm not doing this shit. If we win, you know, we got to win by Buffalo by 30 for me to even maybe consider it. And do you think that's going to happen? Look at me and tell me, do you think it's really going to happen that the Jets are going to fucking win by a touchdown? Let alone 3 points? Like, do you think that's going to happen? Or do you think that Josh Allen is going to come out there and beat the living shit out of them again? This team, man. You know, it's just ran by a psychopath at this point. And there's nothing we can do but just fucking wait him out, bro. It's just like all the fucking other Republicans, man. You just gotta wait out all the Republicans out, bro, until they fucking, they go fucking the way of Indiana Jones and the guy in the last fucking scene when he drinks the fucking water with the wrong cup and he fucking withers away into fucking sand and shit. And he's like, he chose wrong or he chose poorly. You just gotta wait for that. Because until those motherfuckers relinquish power, bro, I mean, estamos jodidos. We're fucked. I'm just totally fucking fucked. Because, fuck, man, these guys suck. I don't mean that the players suck. I mean the fucking organization sucks in the way that it just runs things. And it's just like, how come we're not ran like fucking professional organization? Like, why is that? Why are we just a fucking like really fancy building? It's ridiculous, man. So yeah, I don't know, man. My advice is pick against the Jets the next fucking couple games. Wait till they play Miami. Miami is probably gonna be their next win. Just because Miami's that bad at this point. But even then, I don't think so. I think Miami will beat us. I don't think we're winning another game this season. I don't think we are. I don't think we'll be able to. And I think at some point the Jets the defense is gonna quit on this organization, and we'll quit like half. They'll quit like half, like two or three games away from quitting. I'll give them 3 games, man. 3 games. When is their bye? 14th, 20th, 7th, 31, 10th. So their bye comes after the Texans game. In 4 fucking games, they'll get a bye. These guys are gonna be exhausted. Let's. You want to see what the fucking? You want to see what the hell that is coming for the fucking Jets? They've got the Bills at home. That's a loss. Monday night for sure. They've got at Pittsburgh at the Steelers Sunday night 8:20. That's a loss for sure. Then they're at the Patriots 1 p.m. October 27th, right before Halloween. That, my friend, is a revenge game for the Patriots. That's a loss. Then they're at home against on Halloween the fucking Texans, who are like one of the hottest fucking teams right now. Guess what? That's a fucking loss. Then guess where they go? Arizona to who? Fucking Cardinals. Who just had a humongous win. And they're fucking coming back because this guy now has a fucking good wide receiver. We're done. Right out of the bye. We're done. And then after that, you have the Colts. Oh, maybe we can win the Colts at home. I don't think so. Doubt it. Colts will beat us that game. And then the Seahawks, Geno Smith coming to New York to show up New York. And then a fucking year with the quarterback controversy shit. You think Geno Smith is going to lose that game? Goodbye. Done. And then guess what we do? We go to Miami. December 8th on my dad's birthday. Guess what? Another loss for the Jets. And then we go to Jacksonville to play the Jaguars. Who by then are, with this guy is either going to be like a lot of pressure on him or he's going to be benched or who knows. But if he's still playing, that means there's a lot of fucking pressure on him for him to win. And I'm pretty sure they'll win that game. And then guess what we do? We go home and we play the Rams. At that point, at the end of the season, December 22nd, you think the Rams are going to be going for the fucking playoffs? They've won a fucking Super Bowl before. That's the time with those kind of teams, they make their run. So, guess what? That's another loss. And look at that. Then we go to Buffalo to play the fucking Bills again. And do you think the Buffalo Bills aren't going to be trying to win the division at that time? Guess what? Another loss. December 29th. Merry Christmas. And then follow that after New Year's, January 5th, at home against the Dolphins. Who the Dolphins, at that point, whenever the Dolphins face us in the last game of the season, they've beaten us. So, I don't know. I don't remember if we won that. No, I think we won last season. And it was like our only win. So, maybe we'll win this one. Maybe that'll be their only win. But I don't foresee ourselves winning more than 2 games. 3. Because the Jets-Dolphins will be split. We'll probably lose when they play down here, and we'll maybe win last game of the season to save somebody's fucking neck. But the reality is we're looking at basically 2 wins for the rest of the season. 2. You're not looking at fucking any wins. You're not gonna beat the fucking Steelers. You're not gonna beat the fucking Bills twice. You're not gonna beat the Cardinals. You're not gonna beat the Texans. You're not gonna beat the Seahawks. You're not gonna beat the fucking goddamn Rams. You barely fucking beat fucking Denver. So you probably will barely fucking. I mean, you lost to Denver. You barely beat everybody else. And so that means I'm pretty sure you probably will either barely beat Jaguars or you'll lose to Jaguars. And Jaguars and the Colts are the same fucking team. So the same scenario is gonna fucking happen with both teams. This is either like an 8-8 season or this is basically a 2-16 season or whatever the fuck it is. So disappointing. Just so utterly disappointing, man, because they're not gonna have a lot of time to just kind of like settle down with this and okay, just figure it out. No. Now everyone's scrambling. Oh my God, what we're going to do for the next game? But this, or who's taking over that? All the time spent that you usually do to get ready for the fucking game, you're spending it just kind of getting everybody used to the new scenario. They won't settle in for at least till at least the bye. So their best bet of winning is literally after the bye. Whenever the fuck that is, because I don't know where the fuck it is anymore. The 31st, but I don't think it is. Oh my gosh, what a fucking hellscape. What a hellscape, man. It's gonna be tough, man. And then it's just fucked up because you do this and we're literally second in the AFC. And the next Monday night game is gonna be for first place. So it's like, why would you fire somebody when you're literally just gonna be going for first place anyways? And that's where it's just like, dude, this was an insane move. This was a move of an insane fucking person. Because we're second in the AFC, about to face the Bills, who are like literally the only other team that we really got to worry about. And you create this disarray right before this humongous fucking game. And it's not even there's disarray, right? You create like now this insane amount of pressure to win this game. You gotta win this game. You had to win against the Bills. You win against the Bills, you go in first place, and you've beaten the Patriots once, you've beaten the Bills once, and you just have to hope that Miami just continue falling apart. This is insane. This man is insane. And now, like, the worst thing is that a lot of people are convinced that because Saleh wore, like, I think it was like a Lebanese flag or a pin or something. I didn't even notice it until people were pointing it out. And it's like, people were saying, oh, that's why he was fired. And it's like, my God, why you got to bring that shit in? It's like just stick to the American football, please. Just stick to the fucking football. Stick to just the fucking game. Just try not to fucking... Well, there's enough politics and there's enough fucking shit being brought into this. We don't need to bring a whole fucking war into this. Please. And it's just like, oh, no. Now everyone's saying that that's the reason why he got fired, because he wore the fucking pin. He wore like a Lebanese flag or something. And I was like, this is bullshit. This is like just more conspiracy shit, more fucking just fodder for the fucking new shit. And then I saw that Rachel Nichols shared that Robert Saleh had been escorted out of the fucking building by security. In front of everybody. Like, escorted out. And you keep hearing from Woody Johnson it was his decision alone. Even though he called Aaron Rodgers the night before and is adamant that, like, oh no, we didn't even talk about it. It was all Woody Johnson. And we know Woody Johnson and his background. I don't want to believe that was the reason. Because, number one, I don't want to I'm so, like, I don't want to even get into that. There's so much going on in the fucking world right now, dude. I don't have the mental capacity to handle that fucking shit, because that shit is some shit that has been happening for thousands of fucking years. It's not a problem that's ever going to get fixed. And at the same time, it feels, as an outsider, like it happens once every fucking year. So I'm just like, you know what? Just let them just deal with their own problem. We've already have enough trying to fucking deal with Ukraine, who's the real fucking problem. Like Ukraine and the Russian invasion, that is a fucking humongous problem for the world. That is an actual problem for the world. The rest, the other conflict is like a personal conflict. That these people just wanted to just kill each other for all this time, and they're like, you know what, this is gonna be it. And you don't want to get caught up in the middle of this shit. So I'm just like, just stay away. Show your support if you have to show some support, but really as a country we cannot get fucking involved in that shit, and we're getting sucked in. We're getting sucked into that conflict more than we should be getting sucked into fucking Ukraine. Because if we would have gotten sucked into fucking Ukraine, let me tell you something, we would have wiped the floor out of fucking Russia already. Russia would not be there. We would have fucking kicked them out of Russia already. We would have already been coming home. That shit would have already been resolved. And Russia would have been decimated as a fucking goddamn... their military would have been absolutely decimated and crushed. But now we've given them time to team up with fucking Iran. We've given them time to team up with North Korea. We've given them time to create a literal fucking axis of evil. Why? Oh, because we're scared of their fucking nukes. What the fuck do you care about? We have nukes too. We have fucking shit that should be able to shoot down the fucking nukes. Why are you kidding me? If they're that fucking insane to launch fucking nukes at us in 2024, well then they need to be wiped out of the face of fucking Earth, because that's insane. That's insane behavior to be thinking about launching nuclear fucking weapons. Just to fucking like blow up fucking Ukraine. That's crazy, dude. So if you don't see that that's crazy, and you don't see that that's some shit that we have to fucking address. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, bro. But we chilled too much. We were scared too much. Same way we were in fucking World War II, and we just didn't get involved when we should have gotten involved. But we didn't get involved. Instead, we got involved when they finally fucking attacked us, and fucking lost half of our fucking fleet, and motherfuckers dying in the fucking shit. Oh, now we're gonna fucking get in it. Instead of fucking wiping off fucking Bin Laden when we could have, instead of taking care of that problem when we needed to take care of that problem, nah, we just let them fucking crash 2 planes to a fucking World Trade Center. Fuck it. And then we fucking go to war with these motherfuckers. And then when we go to war with these motherfuckers, we go to the wrong place. Go to the wrong place. That is this Jet's life, man. You went to the wrong place. I don't know what the future holds for the Jets, man. I don't know. I thought I did. I there was a moment where I saw this collective group, like, wow, bro, what we could be. But now that shit's gone. It's wiped away. Because you know what? I did like Saleh, and I thought he was good for this. I don't care about it. I didn't care about his record because I gave him the leeway where I saw he hasn't had a quarterback. Give that motherfucker a quarterback and let's see what he does. We finally give him a fucking quarterback, and guess what? The quarterback gets hurt for the whole fucking season. So he's got to go back to the guy that they originally drafted for him. But even though they were like, oh no, we got this guy for you, but he didn't work out. So but you got to use him again. And if he doesn't work out, it's your fault. Why didn't fucking Joe Douglas get fucking any heat for this shit? Why didn't we fucking cut Lazard? Fucking with his drops and his bullshit. I'm telling you, there's plenty of other people that should have gotten the fucking axe on this team, not fucking Coach Saleh. But guess what? Coach Saleh gets the thing, and now you're going to pay for that shit. Because we're not a fucking organization that we pull moves like this, and all of a sudden, everything's fucking roses, and we're like, yeah, we can fucking handle this. Yeah, no. We're not an established organization. This is not the Miami fucking Heat, bro, that has won fucking titles and is respected all across the fucking world. Even with losses to the Boston Celtics, even with the loss to the fucking Denver in the fucking finals, even with them not winning a title since fucking LeBron, man, the fucking Heat are still somewhat respected as an organization. We don't have that as in the Jets. The Jets are not that. So the Jets can't be just like, oh, we're gonna just fire someone flippantly, and you know what, it's gonna work now. We're gonna make it happen now. That's not how this operates, man. Like, we have to build shit from the ground up. We had to go through this whole season with Aaron Rodgers and Robert Saleh. and try and make that shit work. We'd fucking hack it. If we're gonna keep hacking, we have to go the whole fucking season with these motherfuckers and make it fucking work. And if it didn't fucking work this season, guess what? Then you get fucking rid of everybody. Now we're gonna waste a whole fucking division fucking game just trying to figure out where the fuck the folder is. Where the fuck did Saleh put this shit? Where the fuck? Hey, bro, you guys got a fucking pen here? I don't know where Saleh kept the pens. Do the over. Bills to cover. Bills to win. No doubt. No doubt. You know. And my final note is, I'm sorry, this is all doom and gloom, but this is just life. And this is the life that you signed up for. Okay? No one told you in the womb to listen to your father. I was like playing the fucking game and shit. You could have fucking been doing something else. But you decided to fucking, not do something else. So, whose fault is that? Okay. I don't know, man. Maybe cross your fingers and maybe, maybe we do beat everybody that we fucking play in the next 5 fucking games, even though we're not going to be favored in any of the fucking games. And, they're probably going to fucking beat the living shit out of us. But you know what? Maybe miracles happen, right? Miracles that happen and ultimately grant this Jets life like what it really, really wants, right? Things work out for this Jets life, don't they? So, of course, yeah, definitely tune in. It's going to be fine. We're going to be just fine. Aren't you tired of that, though? Aren't you tired? I mean, all jokes aside, me just being and the sarcasm aside, like, aren't you tired of that? Of that expect? Oh, yeah, it'll be fine. That's what happened to me. Is that I went through that whole shit when I was in my 20s and early 30s of like, the Jets are grind, they know what they're doing, playing for my confidence. And then I realized, no, the Jets are a stupid fucking organization, and they're not. And now I'm stuck being a fan of these people because I don't want to really change teams. I don't want to be a fan of the Dolphins. Dolphins are just the Jets, but with looking like turquoise. In fact, they're worse than the Jets. No, thank you. I don't want that shit. I'm not gonna be a fan of the Bills or of even the Giants. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna be a fan of even another team and shit, bro. I'm not gonna. No, this is my team. I like this team. I like the color. But I'm not gonna put myself through this shit, dude. I'm not. It's no point, bro. It's not worth it. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. It's not worth the headache. So I thank you for listening to This Jets Life. Maybe there'll be more of This Jets Life. If they turn around and they come out with a fucking 10-game win streak and we fucking make it to the playoffs. When we get to the playoffs, then for sure I'll come out with This Jets Life because I want to talk about it. And by then, in the playoffs and the shit, yeah, we'll be in the middle of things. But to be honest with you, I know This Jets Life. You know This Jets Life. We all know This Jets Life. And This Jets Life does not grant wishes like that. This Jets Life is hard. This Jets Life is depressing. This Jets Life is not something to look forward to. I don't know why we do this to ourselves. Maybe it's because we're gluttons for punishment. Maybe we're into bondage. I don't know what it is. I don't know what to tell you. But this is This Jets Life. And This Jets Life is kind of shitty. You live or die off of the fucking hope that things are going to get better. And they just, they're not. And I've reached well beyond the point of realizing the scheme and realizing that this is almost like this is a scam. This is just like an advertisement to get you to click the link. And then it puts a fucking virus in your fucking computer. And then all of a sudden you're a Jet fan. That's what this is. So I don't want to do this anymore. So that's why I'm just like, okay, Jets have shown me who they were this season. I'm good to go. Thank you very much. I'm out. I'll tune into Red Zone for Sunday because I love this game. I love football. I love football way too much to not watch NFL Sundays. I'm just not gonna have the fucking Jets on. Normally I have the Jets on the big screen, Red Zone on the little screen. Now, this is what we do. We put the Jets on the little screen, and even then we put the Jets on the fucking laptop. Not even on the second little screen. We put the Jets on the laptop, and on the second little screen you put the big game, and then on the big screen you put the Red Zone. That's how we do it now. And that's what, and the Jets are gonna deserve that little fucking laptop screen up until they can fucking show that they're not fucking insane and stupid. Right now, they're insane and they're stupid. This was an embarrassing move, you know. And that's why I'm like, this is a kind of move that honestly haunts a team and comes back to bite them like years later. You know, with Saleh like winning a fucking title with like with the Dolphins or some shit like that. You know, that's how it ultimately happens. You know, and we just gotta hope and pray that Woody Johnson retires. You know, he fucking says, you know, he I don't want to say anything bad. He has a fucking, he breaks an ankle. He fucking sprains an ankle. He sprains his ankle. Y ya no puede caminar. Ya está viejito. And he just wants to chill, you know. And he's like, you know, he gives his kid. He gives it to his kid for his kid to handle. You know, because he doesn't want to do it. Because he's gonna make this move, and everyone he's gonna see how many people fucking talk shit about him, how many people hate him. He's not gonna be able to handle it. No, I don't want to deal with this anymore. I'm gonna go back to being the ambassador to fucking England, even though I was fired from that job. I hope you know I did this entire fucking This Just Life from bed, just like you see in the picture. And that's how this show is done from me in bed, just contemplating, you know, reality and why I became a Jets fan and what is wrong with me and how can I stop it. And then not doing anything about it once I figure out what my solution needs to be. Because that's how you do it in This Jets Life. So I thank you for listening. Again, check out my PayPal, check out my Cashapp, check out my book Full Moon Nights, check out my second book, Hell in Heels, coming out October 31st on Amazon. Pre-order the Kindle today. Check out my comic shop, octotaco.com. Check out my TeePublic shop, Studio Mogura. Check out my Spotify playlist, El Topo, on YouTube and on also Spotify. And check out my Bandcamp. There, the link at the bottom. And then also check out my Streamlabs shop with other Studio Mogura apparel. I don't know, man. Cross your fingers that you guys get to hear from me again, because then that means we're on like a 5 or 6 game win streak or some shit, and fucking aliens have landed and given us the fucking secret of fucking life and cancer and whatever the fuck else is going on. And I don't know. We all gained superpowers and shit and fucking piss out fucking ice cream. I don't know. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I don't know anymore. I don't know what to fucking tell you about this shit, bro, other than it fucking sucks. You know, that This Just Life is fucking some bullshit, and it's the same shit that fucking happens every year. We all know it. And you know what? We're gonna come back next year and do it all over again. Because we're fucking insane. And that is This Just Life.